Ukraine's President Zelensky's courage surprises the world. Ukraine agrees to talk as Putin puts nukes on alert. Indian government launches Operation Ganga, devises a plan to evacuate 15,000 Indians from Ukraine. Putin asked Ukraine's army to seize power in his televised address. The UN said that more than 50,000 Ukrainians had fled the country. And take a sneak peek at Bollywood and Hollywood's latest releases.
Why are you so handsome?
My dad was a weatherman.
Hello and welcome to 2020 Stars Fatapat News, where we cover top political news, sports, entertainment, news that matters to you from India, US, local Atlanta and all across the globe. I'm your host Namita. So now let's have a look at the news in detail.
Russian President Vladimir Putin's brutal and wholly unjustified invasion of Ukraine has transfixed the world in horror. And the heroic figure at the center of this war is none other than Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, a former actor and comedian who rose to prominence playing a character on a popular TV show who accidentally becomes the Ukrainian president. Zelensky then parlayed his success into politics, running for office in 2019 on the back of a political party named after his show, Servant of the People. Imagine a country where a television star could become president and emerge as a beacon of courage. When the United States offered to evacuate him from Ukraine, he stood his ground, saying, "The fight is here, I need ammunition, not a ride."
Всі хлопці, я залишаюсь в столиці.
I remain in the capital. My family is also in Ukraine. My children are in Ukraine. They are not traitors, they are citizens of Ukraine. According to the information we have, the enemy has marked me as target number 1, my family as target number 2. They want to damage Ukraine politically by destroying the head of state.
Позначив мене як ціль номер 1.
He has posted several videos online, and they've inspired fierce defiance among the Ukrainian people.
Всім добрий вечір. Лідер фракції тут.
Good evening, everyone. The leader of the faction is here. The head of the presidential office is here. Prime Minister Shmyhal is here. Podolyak is here. The president is here. We are all here. Our soldiers are here. The citizens are here, and we are here. We defend our independence. That's how it'll go. Glory to our defenders, both male and female. Glory to Ukraine.
Слава Україні.
Names appearing on the internet, like that I'm asking our army to put down arms and evacuate. So I am here. We are not putting down arms. We will be defending our country because our weapon is truth. And our truth is that this is our land, our country, our children, and we will defend all of this. That is it. That is all I wanted to tell you. Glory to Ukraine.
His gifts for communication and his remarkable grasp of social media make him a formidable opponent for Putin. Zelensky has proved himself a hero of his time and a worthy spokesman for liberal democracy and Ukrainian freedom.
Я запитав сьогодні.
Today I have asked 27 European leaders whether Ukraine will be in NATO. I have asked directly, everyone is afraid, no one answers. But we are not afraid. We are not afraid of anything. We are not afraid to defend our country. We are not afraid of Russia. We are not afraid to talk to Russia.
Не боїмось нічого. На жаль, ми втратили за сьогодні вже.
Sadly, today we lost 137 heroes, our citizens. 10 of them were officers. 316 people have been wounded. They have not surrendered. They will all be awarded posthumously the title of the Hero of Ukraine. Let those who gave their lives for Ukraine be remembered forever.
Всі хлопці, я залишаюсь в столиці.
Ukraine on Sunday agreed to hold talks with Russia on the Belarus border shortly after Vladimir Putin ordered his defense chiefs to put the country's nuclear deterrence forces on high alert amid increasing Western pressure.
Высшие должностные лица ведущих стран НАТО,
top officials of leading NATO countries are making aggressive statements about our country.
нашей страны.
Therefore, I'm ordering the Minister of Defense and the Chief of the General Staff to put the strategic nuclear forces on special alert.
Almost around the same time, Ukraine announced it was ready to hold talks with Russia at its border with Belarus, near the Chernobyl exclusion zone, after a phone call between President Volodymyr Zelensky and Belarusian leader Alexander Lukashenko. The Kremlin said the talks had started. Amid the Russia-Ukraine war crisis, the government of India has launched multi-pronged Operation Ganga to evacuate our citizens stranded in Ukraine. Foreign Secretary Harsh V. Shringla has said the government will bear the complete cost of the evacuation process from Ukraine.
As you know, Government of India has launched a multi-pronged evacuation plan entitled Operation Ganga to evacuate our citizens stranded in Ukraine. This evacuation process will be at government cost, given the emergency situation prevailing. You are also aware that our embassy in Kiev as well as our ministry in Delhi had issued a number of advisories prior to the situation developing as we know it now. At that time requesting Indian citizens to leave Ukraine. 4,000 of our nationals had left before the conflict pursuant to these advisories. We estimated at that time that about 15,000 of our citizens were left in Ukraine when Operation Ganga commenced. Since the airspace in Ukraine was closed after the conflict commenced, we identified land evacuation options through 4 neighboring countries: Hungary, Poland, Romania and Slovakia. Specific border crossing points were identified with each of these countries, and the MEA had deployed teams, Russian-speaking officers, to go there and to assist in the evacuation process. We had also asked our embassy in Kiev, and they established a 24/7 control room, and we have done the same in our ministry in Delhi. Now, so far under Op Ganga, 1,000 of our citizens have been flown out of Romania and Hungary, and another 1,000 have been evacuated from Ukraine through the land routes. In other words, 1,000 of our students have crossed over from Ukraine into zones which are conducive for their evacuation by air back to India. Flights for these evacuees are being organized, and in a short while I'll show you the flights that we have planned over the next 24 to 48 hours.
Due to the closing of Ukrainian airspace, the Indian evacuation flights are operating out of Romanian capital Bucharest and Hungarian capital Budapest. India is facilitating the evacuation of stranded Indians from Ukraine through its land border crossings with Romania, Hungary, Poland, and Slovakia. Before the announcement of the Operation Ganga, Indians in Ukraine were clueless about their well-being, especially students studying in various universities of Ukraine. Several videos have emerged on social media in which Indian students are appealing to the government to ensure their safe return. Stuck in a Ukrainian bunker, an Indian student sent out an SOS, one among the thousands of desperate appeals by stranded nationals to ensure their safe return. With Operation Ganga, not only Indians stranded in Ukraine have a sigh of relief, but their family and friends in India got hopeful to meet their loved ones soon. Putin unleashed a full-scale invasion on Thursday that has forced more than 50,000 people to flee Ukraine in just 48 hours and prompted the European Union to adopt personal sanctions against him. NATO said Friday it was deploying its rapid response forces to bolster defenses on its eastern flank, as fears mounted of a new Cold War in Europe. In his televised address on Friday, Putin described the Ukrainian government as terrorists and a gang of drug addicts and neo-Nazis.
The People's Republic of Donbass asked Russia for help, in this regard under Article 51, Part 7 of the Charter of the United Nations, with the approval of the Russian State Federal Council, and in accordance with the Friendship and Mutual Assistance Treaties with the Donetsk People's Republic and the Luhansk People's Republic, ratified by the Russian Parliament on February 22nd, I decided to conduct a special military operation. It aims to protect people who have been bullied and subjected to genocide by the Kiev regime for 8 years. For that, we will strive to demilitarization and denazification of Ukraine, and will bring to justice those who committed multiple bloody crimes against civilians, including Russian citizens.
On Friday evening, the UN said that more than 50,000 Ukrainians had fled the country in the past 2 days, calling for safe unimpeded access for aid operations. Streams of people in cars and on foot were seen crossing into Hungary, Poland and Romania while hundreds camped out in a train station in the Polish border city of Przemysl. About 1 lakh are believed to be internally displaced, and in Kiev, many residents fled their homes and took shelter in the city's subway system.
You led me straight to the lost city. Now, prepare to die.
There were just hundreds of snakes in this temple just waiting for us to show up?
What? Why aren't they biting that guy?
This is ridiculous. Delete. Delete. Delete.
Listen, Loretta, we need you to promote your new book on the Lost City. You can't spend your life in the bathtub drinking Chardonnay with ice.
Ladies and gentlemen, the world's sexiest cover model, Dash McMahon!
You do know you're not Dash, right? Dash is a character I made up. Dash! Oh my god. Oh crap.
Miss Sage, I enjoyed your book about the Lost City, and I believe you're the one who can help me find its treasure.
I have to respectfully decline.
I'm afraid I must insist.
Unchain me!
That's your seatbelt.
Oh no! Loretta Sage is missing.
I'm gonna rescue her. I just want her to think of me as more than a cover model.
Let's start living dangerously. Alan? What are you doing here?
We're here to save you. I'm certified CPR, I'm certified CrossFit. I have snacks.
After them!
This is like your book. We're on a Lovemore and Dash adventure right now. I'm gonna help you out a little bit.
Let's go. What are you doing? Don't do that.
Go.
Oh God, get out of there. This is not a romance novel. Jungles eat people like us.
Ah, what is that? Get it off. Please. I can feel him sucking my soul. River like a bandit. Who's on me? That sounds. Feels like there's more.
Holy Mother of God.
They're just sucking on my butt like a big old Jamba Juice.
We're so close. I could actually find the lost city.
If I don't get to this island, my friend and her cover model are going to die.
I am driving.
Oh.
Loretta Sage, getting you out of here.
Why are you so handsome?
My dad was a weatherman. Hey, whoa, she doesn't need saving in there.
Okay.
What are you doing in there?
Have you been to Global Mall lately? If not, then you're missing out on traditional Indian food, ethnic dresses, latest jewelry, and much more. So, what are you waiting for? Soon visit Global Mall at Norcross. Well, that's all in this bulletin. Hope you like it. If you do, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Till next time, this is your host Namita signing off. Bye-bye.